Gaffer, we're about a week back into pre-season. How has the last week been, and how's it been getting back into the swing of things?
It's been a really good opening few days, actually. They've all come back. Look excited to be here. They're all easygoing lads, the new lads, so they've integrated really quickly and really well, and been welcomed by the existing lads. But it struck me how fit they are, with the runs that we've already done, the work already undertaken. Has been met with a lot of enthusiasm, and as I say, they're really fit.
You're going into your 17th pre-season as manager. You mentioned the fitness. Is that one of the things that's changed over these years, and is there still that same hunger from yourself and excitement with the season ahead?
Yeah, I think there's more hunger and more excitement this year than back then. I think then it was all new. I was probably surprised to get the role myself. In that first year I was 31, and I think we had about 22 trialists in the opening session. We were looking to bring in a whole new squad and on a very small budget. So training everything from buying water bottles, washing them all out, blowing the balls up and getting equipment together. It was all quite overwhelming for me back then. But now, I've got great members of staff and lovely people, and it's a good place to be.
It's been a busy summer still this time around, though, with 7 new signings through the door. How pleased have you been with the business that we've done, and particularly it feels like we've got those done quite early in the window as well?
Yeah, it's been really satisfying getting the signings in early. We've landed on a few, well, all good lads. They're strong, physically strong, skillful. We've got some talented boys that have added to the energy of the group, and so they're really easy-going lads, so fit right into our culture.
Yeah, how important is that atmosphere, and how different have you noticed this year compared to maybe previous seasons? It feels like already people are on really good terms with each other and getting along really well.
Yeah, I think they've got confidence within themselves without being arrogant. They all know their purpose in coming to the club. They know the roles that we've given them already, and they can attack it with confidence because they've got some good experience under their belts. But personality-wise, we do try and bring in the right sort and the right type of lad that is sort of a typical Harrogate Town player.
And over the next few days, we're here in Scotland on a pre-season training camp. What do you hope to get out of this trip?
Intense sessions, starting off from 7 o'clock spinning sessions right throughout the day. A test of their resilience, which is good, and it's good for the camaraderie of the group when players are gelling and working hard and pulling each other through it. And also an understanding of what shape we want to play on the football pitch, when competitive games come around. And I just think being at a base 24/7, people are bound to get to know each other that little bit more than if we just stayed at home.
And once we do return home, it's right into the fixtures straight away with Guiseley away. What are you looking for in those early pre-season fixtures? A bit of that shape that we've worked on coming through, and what other qualities?
Yeah, well, the pre-season period is a bit of a funny period in terms of, the games, and can quite often be different kind of results. And we're just trying to bed players in, and get them all gelling together, understanding partnerships getting greater each game, and fitness getting towards those peak fitness levels for when we start the season.
And just finally, Josh Falkenham's here with us on the trip. How pleased are you that he's decided to join the coaching staff? He's obviously been such an important figure on the pitch for us, and just if we could get your thoughts on the whole youth restructure that we announced recently as well.
Yeah, well, first of all, delighted he's up here with the first team squad. I think he ties everything in really well. He's a legend, and it's as simple as that. So he's very popular amongst the existing players. He certainly didn't know, I think, where to sit at the dinner table. So I looked at him, and he looked at me, and the likes of Belly and Ox and the old guard, Mullers, Tomo, were all wondering where he'd sit. But he made the right decision, sat on the staff table, as he did on the coach up. So it's a bit of a transition for him, but he's stuck towards it. He's completely accepted on both sides of the fence, and I just think he he mixes so well with everyone. You can't help but love the guy, and he's got a lot of knowledge, and he transmits our culture right across all age groups.
Thank you.
Cheers.